Good day everyone, a very warm welcome to you once again. My name is Nick, we're on the Commodore Amiga, and we're doing horizontal shooting action, although it does sometimes go vertical. It's Alien World, published by Hi-Tec in 1992. You could say this is a platformer as well, for reasons we'll come to. Also come out on the Atari ST and the Commodore 64. Now essentially your girlfriend's been kidnapped, that's a novel idea, and you must rescue her from the far side of the Cave of Dreams. Excellent. Is it? Well, we'll soon find out. So off we start in this bug sort of thing. Now as you fly, if you take your hand off the joystick, it will sink a bit like that, because there is gravity involved. So go through each level, fire stuff, collect up power-ups and blast everything. You sort of like know the drill. So musically it's pretty cool. Graphically it looks pretty cool as well, and some nice power-ups too. Now, this is why it's platformy. You can actually land without blowing up, and then you can walk around the scenery. Sometimes it's best to land, sometimes it's best to fly, but then you learn what's best from what you're doing. Now, as usual, I'll try and get up level 1. I do know a poke for this, but we'll try and hold off as I go into volcanic lava. Now, you see those bubbles there? Every time you hit one of those, you will get a power-up. Watch out for these bugs that fall from the ceiling. Each level you've got a slightly different terrain to go across. Excellent stuff. So this is on our way to the far side of the Cave of Dreams. Now if you're looking for, I don't know why you're rescuing your girlfriend and look like a bug, maybe this is a strange spaceship you're in, but if it's bug shooters you're after, then you can't go wrong with Apidia, which plays a little bit better than this, but this is quite nice to look at too, although not being one of the super greats, but from the screenshots it would look brilliant. Quite tricky. Now yesterday we reviewed Alien Swarm on the ZX Spectrum. This one's a little bit different from that. It's Alien World. Another Alien game we've reviewed on the Commodore Amiga is Alien Breed. There's a few of those games, so check those out as well. They're not horizontal shooters, they're top-down shooters. Hooray! Right, how am I doing? Sort of okay. Now my heart beating in the bottom left depicts our health. You see our score a little bit to the side of that. And yeah, am I going to get off level 1? That's what everyone is saying. Well, you might be saying it, or at least once. Come on Nick, you can do this thing. Not quite sure how it looks on the Atari ST, but didn't come out on the ZX Spectrum to my knowledge, but it did make it on other 8-bit systems like the Commodore 64, if not only that one. Did it come on the Amstrad CPC? I don't think it did. Revel in the music. Now you can opt to have the music on. Oh, that's level 1 done. Now you can opt to have the music on or off. If you take the music off, you've got more sound effects. So this is stage 2 of level 1. Come on Nick, you can do this thing, possibly. Now do put your favourite horizontal shooter below if you have one. We've covered quite a few on the channel, and this one was a recommendation I never knew existed to quite recently. So whoever suggested this, then well done. Right, we've got a bomber thing now. If there is a bomber, or is it just throwing a pine cone on something? Manoeuvre around the scenery, crash into lava, and it's dead. Both in the game and in the real world. Right, I can't have too many lives left here. I want to show you a little bit of scenery if I possibly can, and not this time. Game over. Is it? Do we get any credits? No. So very influenced by the film Aliens, as a lot of games were, as you can tell by this game over sequence bit, especially those aliens on the left. Good, right, we'll have another go. See if I can get to a level 2. Alien World. Good. Not to get confused with Miss World, she looks quite different. Does that show go on anymore? I don't think it does. Dig in the music. Dig in that music. Right, off we go. We know the drill. Click that. Don't bump into any of the nasties. Oh dearie me. Playing like a big nincompoop here. This isn't a walkthrough. I have to say this because believe it or not, there are some people that look at the channel for the first time and think it should be a walkthrough, but it isn't. The whole idea of the channel, sorry if I'm repeating myself, people that watch a lot of videos, but the whole idea of the channel is to see how it would have played back in the day. As a kid, you haven't necessarily read the instructions, you've got it home, ripped it open and just jammed it in the disk drive. Would you have come back to play this again and again, or would you play it a few times and then never played it ever? Well, I think I would have played this quite a few times. Instructions wouldn't have been read, but quite often you don't need to read instructions with shooters. It's quite glitzy, it's up there. Playability is sort of okay. It's unique in the way that you've got this gravity that pulls you down if you just dawdle. That makes it a little bit strenuous. And I do like the way if you land you can walk across stuff, but as we've learned before, don't land on volcanic lava. Now if I get far enough, which if I don't get far enough on this one I will put a cheat on, if I want to see some sort of like ender level bosses, because I think there might be some, or at least show you some of the vertical play. It does give the game a little bit of variety, but graphically it looks absolutely gorgeous. I don't think I'm going to last too much longer. The cheat, for those people that want to know, on the title screen I think you type in Bill and Ted's Bogus Game. I think that's what happens, and then the screen goes a different colour, I think, temporarily, which proves that you've done the cheat, and then you're in there. But I'm only going to use that if I can't get very far, because I want to show you at least a few of the other stages. Blam blah blam. No two-player mode, I don't think, but if I had a friend round back in the day, this would have played a little bit. Project X is better. Silkworm, although a lot more basic than this one. The playability of Silkworm I do prefer. I do like the feel of that. But yeah, this isn't too bad either. But won't go down as a super classic. They're all influenced, I suppose, by R-Type. Pidgeot is a good one as well, and Agony, where you're controlling the Psygnosis. Ow! Quite interesting there. Kaboom! As we zip through. Oh dearie me. Oh right, I think it's time for the cheat, I think. Right, Bill and Ted's Bogus Game when it gets onto the title screen. Right? Will it work? Will it not work? Well, we'll soon find out, won't we? Da da da. Yes. Right. There we go, it worked. Alien World, it's gone red. I think that's infinite lives. It's not immunity, it's infinite lives. So we can still die, but we will keep getting regenerated. The music is off. Now we're on sound effects. So at least you see the comparison. That's the word I was after. I think I prefer sound effects. It makes me feel like I'm actually there. Some of the sounds sound a bit weedy. Actually, I do prefer the music, actually. Shame you can't have both. The music gave it a bit more atmosphere. But here we go. Let's zip through. Let's collect that there. Right. Double missiles. Go through this volcanic stream. Let's get off this level, right? So we got to stage 2 of level 1 before. How far will we get this time? Place your bets. Now we've reviewed loads of games on the channel. It's been going a while. But if you're still looking for your favourite, it's probably because I haven't got it to work. I have tried a lot of the most popular games, and I haven't got them to load properly, so sorry about that. Alien World, didn't hear about that till quite recently, as I said. Yes. So there's a few I haven't come to yet. Secret of Monkey Island 2 needs to be looked at, as does Frontier Elite 2. Couldn't get Cannon Fodder to work, and numerous other ones, but anyway. Maybe I'll keep persevering, maybe it'll work sometime. Or maybe I should put it in Amiga 1200 mode, that might work, I didn't try that. Nick, try that. Alright, I will do. Kaboom! There's Gods as well, that needs to be looked at. And Killing Game Show, but I'm not sure that was any good. If you think that was good, then let me know. Right, it's Bugs. I mean, what can this guy's girlfriend look like? Is she a wasp as well? Some crazy insectoid creature? And I go out of my way never to go out with insects. That's terrible. How'd you book a table if you're going out with some big wasp? Right, zip through here. But we got infinite lives. So hopefully now, sooner or later, I'm going to show you a bit of the vertical scrolling bit. It's carnage out there. I mean, his girlfriend must be quite important. I mean, how many games, have an estimate, how many games you think had the storyline, your girlfriend's been kidnapped, or a princess has been kidnapped, or someone's been kidnapped, and you must go through and rescue them. It's the laziest story in the world. But we don't care about that. We just care about how the game plays and what atmosphere it has. So now a sign of a good scrolling game is when it scrolls different to this, the speed scrolls different to that in the background. I think the background's just got a set picture which doesn't move at all. See that red mountain? That's not moving. So the front bit is scrolling and the background is not. Not a fan of that. They should have done some sort of parallax scrolling. The loading time isn't too bad here, so I don't think I'm going to need to edit that down. There's no disk swapping as of yet, anyway. Right, collect that. Collect that. I think this is just on one disc. Right, now we're doing the vertical stuff. We're going up, up, up. A part of me keeps expecting to see King Arthur or Sir Arthur from Ghost and Goblins. The colour palette is very like that. Right, we're firing coins now, I think. Take that. Take that. Oh, it could be that Thundercats emblem, doesn't it? Thundercats are on the move. Thundercats are loose. Dead. Hear the magic, hear the roar, hear this bug. Unfortunately, there wasn't a decent Thundercats game on the Amiga. That's just my opinion. I have reviewed it. Check it out, see if it's your opinion as well. Kaboom, kasplat. I am trying. There's a crocodile there. He's dead. There's some creature. He's long dead. This volcanic lava is coming from everywhere. Oops, we're dead. Okay, it must be near the end of level soon. Take that. I'm got infinite lives. Right. There's a lot going on this. So if you'd paid full price for this game, you would have got a lot for your money. It's not super difficult, although I've got a cheat on, of course. But you know, it's pitched right, the difficulty level, with quite a number of goes. You would have got quite far. This is my first go, and well, it's my third go now, isn't it? With a cheat on. But there we go. What was that? Wow, I like that. Wow, I like that. It's a super sonar, bit like Batwing. What was it? My sonic radar would help or something. That's a good sound, Red. I wonder what music we're playing now. So you do get a sense that you're actually getting somewhere in this. As a kid, you would have been quite happy and boasted to your friends that you'd completed it. If you have completed it, then let me know. But there's quite a lot of content here. There we go. So there's like mid-level or end-of-level baddie. That's good. So that's the first real big man we've come up against. And he's dead. Yeah, that wasn't end of level. That was a mid guy. Pew, pew, pew. Whoops, there's another one. How many lives have I lost so far? Quite a few. We'll perhaps just get to the end of this level, or maybe the next one if it looks different, and then we'll call it a day. We're going over some sort of dinosaur skeleton there. Of course, if there's a horizontal shooter I haven't come to yet, one of your faves, then let me know, and I'll try and track that one down. I'm not sure many people would have heard of this one. Alien World, 1992. Yeah, interesting to see what it looked like on the Commodore 64. Right, I think we've got the end of those guys. They look like they could come from Turkey. Oh, look at this chap. It's a dragon. Now, he must be end of level boss, surely. What he's firing at me is quite puny, though. That's quite weak. But he's killed me anyway. Right, let's take that, you. Don't know what his name is. If you do know his name, comment below. Probably something like, I don't know. Lance. Bit of loading. Bit of loading. That's the old disc from the Commodore Amiga. They would go wrong a lot. Cassettes are much more reliable. I think ZX Spectrum cassettes have lasted longer than the Amiga disc. Right, we're underwater now. Shall we end it here? No, let's just do this level. Zip through. So there's water going up and down. That doesn't seem to be having a great effect on our energy. When you do the power up, sometimes it upgrades your gun, or sometimes it will upgrade your health. You can take a few shots before you're kabooted. Heart is beating as strong as ever. I bet when he meets his girlfriend at the end, I bet she's not there, or she's in another castle. That sometimes happens. If you have completed this, then let me know, or let us all know actually, what happens at the end. Normally an insect underwater would drown, but I think this must be a spaceship in the shape of an insect. And it'd be the perfect design, wouldn't it? If you was designing a spaceship, the first thing you'd think of would be making it look like an insect. Yeah, the falls. I don't like this level. I don't like that water going up and down. It's making me feel ill, and also disguising the beautiful graphics. Yeah, it made sense to someone. It was a good idea in theory, but I don't think that bit's working. So, the first level was much better than the second level. This is one I'd want to zip through as quickly as I possibly can. I'm not sure quite how long this game would take to complete, but quite a while. You'd have to be pretty good to get to the end. So, you know, we could call this a horizontal shooter stroke platformer, but more of a shooter really in the conventional sense. Right, this is a Cave of Dreams, alright, isn't it? Cave of Dreams. Right. Oh, it's like another vertical one. Let's do this. Oh, look at that weapon I've got. We're firing sort of like stars of Striken, ninja stars, at these fellows. Volcano underwater. I suppose that sort of works, does it? You do get volcanic vents underwater, which you get creatures living around. Looks quite similar to last time, in terms of the enemy firing at me, that is. Yeah, I am getting a little bit bored now, possibly because I got the poke on. The variety isn't, well, it's okay, it just needs a bit more variety now. Some of the enemies need to be a little bit beefier. The game maybe is a little bit dragged out, and yeah, it's a bit of a grinding one to be fair. But it sounds good, the music was good before. I can stay underwater for as long as I want here, I'm never going to drown by the looks of things. Is that the end? That's the end, right. I think we might leave it there, actually. We've seen enough. So it's an okay game without being super brilliant. Graphically, it's okay. It just gets a little bit repetitive after a while. So, hope you liked having a look at that one. That was Alien World on the Commodore Amiga, published by Hi-Tec in 1992. Got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, then please put that below. Always love hearing from you. Until next time, take great care of yourself, and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.